Folks, they they take so many things out of context. And Ryan Tannehill, right? Everybody just gets that one little headline where he states where he doesn't feel like he needs to mentor third round pick Malik Willis out of Liberty. Now let's get all the little stuff out the way real fast because I feel like, man, I literally watched almost every single Ryan Tannehill game since he came into the NFL and saw the ups and the downs. And just looking at this past season for the Tennessee Titans, where there definitely were some injuries along the offensive line, which led to Ryan Tannehill being the most sacked quarterback into the 2021 season. Um, there were some injuries at the wide receiver position with AJ Brown, Julio Jones, especially. And a lot of people look at Ryan Tannehill's numbers and be like, yeah, that's very, very underwhelming. And they understand the aspect of the Tennessee Titans making that third round selection for Malik Willis. Now, I don't think Malik Willis is going to end up taking Ryan Tannehill's job anytime soon. I probably think this is going to be like what, maybe a 2, maybe a 3 year process where they're going to groom him into being the guy. Because, like, you usually, when we end up having the conversation about quarterbacks coming out of the draft, and they say these guys are not NFL pro ready, and somehow, some way, these guys end up going in the first round. It didn't happen this year. There was only one quarterback that came out in the first round, which was Kenny Pickett. So that definitely says a lot. But Ryan Tannehill in that divisional round versus the Cincinnati Bengals obviously didn't play well. And personally, I don't think Derrick Henry played well either. If we're being honest, I feel like Deontay Foreman should have played a little bit more than Derrick Henry during the course of that game. But very memorable, throwing the 3 interceptions, especially the one towards the end that was very, very questionable. The one to Westbrook that was ended up tipped in the air, and then they ended up Cincinnati Bengals end up getting the interception, and they go on and win the game. But back to the comment where Ryan Tannehill, which I have the quote, he states, "I don't think it's my job to mentor him, but if he learns from me along the way, that's great." At the end of the day, sports in general, it's a competitive sport. Ryan Tannehill understands the game. Like, right now, we know he knows that Malik Willis at some point is going to be coming for his job, but that's not where his mindset is right now. His mindset is coming in this year for the 2022 season for the Tennessee Titans and trying to perform a whole lot better than the way he performed in that miserable miserable divisional loss versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Uh, when you sit down in these quarterback rooms, there's like literally you're looking at the exact same things as the starting quarterback. You don't get the same reps, but you're looking at basically the exact same things. You're sitting there looking at the same game tape. You're sitting back and like it's every man for himself. You're competing for a job. We know what the ultimate goal is. Like, we all want to play. And it shouldn't be Ryan Tannehill's job for him to sit there and do that for the young guy. He wants to win games. That's what he wants to do. And it's funny that it's a big issue with Ryan Tannehill, but when other guys are not willing to do the same thing, like Brett Favre back in the day, Big Roethlisberger, when with Mason Rudolph, and I believe there was one with Joe Flacco too as well that didn't want to do it with Lamar Jackson. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not that big of a deal. At the end of the day, we want to compete, we want to win. Screw everything else. If you want to sit down and you want to watch my work ethic and try to emulate that, all right, cool. But at the end of the day, we want to win. And one more thing, when I look at the comments, it's not. It says he states it's not his job. but that doesn't mean he doesn't want to do it. That's the difference.
Nah for the bay. Nah for the bay. We don't care what you said. Nah for the bay. Nah for the bay. Nah for the bay. We ain't hearing what you say. Nah for the bay. Fire!